They love their football in the East Bay, and the NFL has once again returned to Oakland, California. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Dallas Cowboys taking on the Black Knights of Oakland. The kicker, Brandon Aubrey, is out to get this one started. And we are underway in the final game of a busy Sunday. Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. That's a gain of 13 and a very solid opening play for this offense. So much for staying ahead of the chains with a 3- or 4-yard gain on first down. They move the chains with a nice little run.
Yeah, they're making the chain gang hustle a little bit to try and keep up, aren't they? Because a lot of the first series of games are scripted, many times to probe and find some holes in the defense. Sometimes you attack with some big-time runs, too.
And another fine run there. This one good for 15. He's come out on a mission here to start this drive. Another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll look to throw here. Flushed out right. That one complete downfield to Eskridge. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 42 yards rushing for him here. What a start to the ball game. It's 1st and goal. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I flip it over and watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon. Here's where we need to see some tenacity from this defense, because they've been pushed right down the field on this opening drive. They've got to find some way to push back, and that's a good first step.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Throw out wide to Walker. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal. Walker will take it in. Touchdown. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Extra point up and through by Myers, and it's now a 7-0 game. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
We really didn't have any doubt that he was going to be one of the top-rated rookies coming into the league, especially as a runner. And he's given us no reason to change our minds. That's a big-time run, and the production that he showed us in college is translating very well into the National Football League.
First down, Prescott. And complete to Drake London. A big play here for Dallas. 53 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Throwing, Prescott. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. The defense looked geared up to stop the run, but obviously, Charles, they were ready for the pass, too.
Yeah, they were hoping they could catch everyone crashing and playing the run, but that was a very ill-advised throw right there. The opportunity, lost.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Well, the good news for them, they got the football. The bad news, they have to go 99 yards here as they start this drive out on their own 1-yard line. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Back to throw. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he stopped immediately there. And that time the tackle by Malik Hooker. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were very strong last week in the win over Carolina.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd down, here's Walker. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 55 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? That looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because They handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
He'll buy some time right. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd down and 9. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Micah Parsons. He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
Let's go now.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Back to throw here. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be brought down at the 34, well short of the 1st down marker. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a 1-touchdown game.
Trying to build on that opening drive touchdown, but the drive stalls out. And then you get the missed field goal here, so they wind up with nothing to show from drive number 2.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Trey Brown there on the stop. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip, and I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Heck of a move. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Right back to him on 1st down. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
That's going to be caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Jake Ferguson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from evening this one up. Well, that's just how they drew it up, CD. His first read was there, got it to him quickly, and into the end zone.
Absolutely excellent execution by all involved. And the coordinator, got to give him credit, found the perfect play call. Quarterback let it fly as soon as the target came free, and his guy made a nice catch. Just how you draw it up in practice and then execute it in the game.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit, and then have them see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
It's a first down on a gain of 10.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Flush to his right. Now throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
And Walker has it. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. They'll look to throw again. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. Over the middle, complete. That's Walker. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. With his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Black Knights will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You've got to walk a line with him. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled it to 15. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. With his slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
Well, every now and then I can speak from experience because I do know as a defender it is awfully hard to stay with your man on these crossing routes because even if you don't get picked, there's a danger of being picked either by one of their receivers or maybe by your own defender. And on that play, that worked quite well.
Prescott off play action. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10. Prescott now. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. And that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Final play of the half. Prescott. And incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well, and they've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the 1st down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the 3rd quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it. And that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
On to punt now, Anger as he boots this one away. Now it's Lockett. A solid 12-yard return after the 55-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis.
They'll fake the jet sweep and go instead with Walker.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
66 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. Unable to corral him, he fights through. Yeah, able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left.
From the gun, it's Walker.
And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 11 yards on the pickup there.
I know I spent a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
They go play action here on first down. Sliding out of the pocket. And his throw here is incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield of man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he rifles one incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete.
Whether that's a little grabbing, a little hand fighting, by any means necessary on third down, he was able to get the job done in the secondary and swat that one away.
And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot, and this will remain a one-touchdown game. Now listen, now no kick from 50-plus is a gimme, but here you're indoors in a dome. You'd think ideal conditions.
Yeah, and it's one that he would expect himself to make, not just us expecting him to make it. Over the years, my theory is very simple. The athletic ability of kickers continues to get better and better. Check their backgrounds. They were all county, all state, and other positions.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
That sack, it goes to Boye Mafe.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Here's Prescott.
A short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
tight end. And he'll be ridden out of bounds all the way down at the 15-yard line. A big play here for Dallas. 42 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever... Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Well, Charles, just some visibly frustrated players and coaches on that sideline right now because those halftime adjustments didn't work. The turnover problems continuing here in the second half, and the defense now sitting pretty comfortably as a result of that pick six.
I think that's a great observation too, Brandon, because they did make adjustments at halftime. But how about this other group staying a step ahead despite whatever happened in that other locker room? No surprise they're leading, and it's appropriate that those defenders got to add to the lead directly.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Here's Myers now to kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. We'll see if they can band back together after the pick six. It hurt badly, but still within striking distance. A 2-score game with a good chunk of time on the clock. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 68 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Hands it off out of the gun. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. But the passing game right now for them, not overly impressive. Last week he hit on right at 50%. This week he's under 50%.
And it's not just on him. Protection, a few breakdowns along the way that's made him get off the spot. Receivers not getting their way open downfield. The coverage has been awfully tight. They've got to all get together and find ways to make this passing game get in gear.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, that was a pretty good time for his first catch of the ball game, and it turned into a huge play as well. He's certainly not been a central part of this passing game so far in this one, but he made his presence felt there. A big pickup on 3rd down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Ferguson. And he'll get this down inside the 5 to the 4 before he's out of bounds.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense. They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep him out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force him into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Jake Ferguson, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So a 7-point game. They'll need a recovery, the touchdown, and an extra point to tie. And this one won't bounce their way. It's covered up by the hands team. Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
Boy, left that first defender grasping at air as he winds up getting a full 8 yards on that play. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Now a 2nd and 2. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Kenneth Walker with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Black Knights look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Now Myers for the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. After the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Play fake. Here's Prescott. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
Here comes 2nd down. Throwing, Prescott. Throw left side, there's London. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. Now Dak. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This defense just continuing to do their thing, and now they add on to that lead with another pick six.
And how about the way they played this entire game? Not only they put their stamp on it, but every time they try and mount an offensive challenge, they find a way to thwart it. And multiple pick sixes, oh yeah, they'll enjoy watching this tape after the game.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cowboys. CeeDee Lamb, 75 yards. And the Cowboys have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Aubrey good with a PAT. And the lead will be cut down to 14. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Eskridge. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. It was Osa Odighizuwa on the tackle. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth-quarter stop? A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking on play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
Second, third levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. To about the 40-yard line. Trayvon Diggs getting the tackle. Well, this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear.